The vast majority of you probably already know this, but what the heck, I might as well tell you anyway. Hello Hillmaniacs, it's Hillmanator, and this week I wanted to talk about something which I've known about for more or less all of my life, or as much of my life as I can remember, but I can't remember the precise details of it. In case you somehow clicked on this video without reading the title, I am partially colourblind. I've known it since I was maybe, what, 5, 6 years old? Where my teachers noticed that I was drawing some unusually coloured monkeys and suns. It was only the last visit to the opticians where they actually told me what type of colourblind that I was, and I have no memory of what they said, which is great. It's probably in my record somewhere, but rather than doing that, I figured that we could instead go on a journey through an online test, because those are clearly the most reliable way to find out exactly what type of colourblind that you are. With that said, I am going to be using this site in Chroma in order to try and work out exactly what type of colourblindness I am. I've not pre-tested any of this. I don't know what it's going to be like. Okay, so it's very similar to the test that we had to do at the opticians. There are dots of various colours, and within those dots there's a number, as you can probably see. Some people with very specific colourblind things can't see the number pattern. I know Jacksepticeye did a video like this a couple of years ago, maybe last year even. It's actually from him that I stole this link. So this is incredibly uninspired as content, but what the heck. But yes, some people can't see those numbers, and that helps the computer work out exactly what type of colourblind you are. I can see this one, however, that would be an 8. Okay, this one's harder, but I think there's a 9 there. So for those of you with regular vision, you should probably be able to see pretty much every number that comes up. That's an 8, I can tell, but people with various types of colourblind won't be able to see certain ones. That's a 3, I know that one. For example, we've reached one which I have no clue. Is it supposed to be an... No, that's not an 8. I don't really see a number there, if I'm honest, so I could either go unsure or nothing. I think unsure is when you don't know which number it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna go with nothing. I wonder as well if you guys can see it. Oh shoot, I clicked on the wrong thing there. I was meant to click on 7. The problem is I can't tell whether... I don't see anything there, but then my mind starts making small pattern links and tries to work it out, even though I know that I can't see it. Is that... I think that might be a 1. Okay, that is definitely a 1, plain and simple. This one, again, I can kind of see, but not as clearly. It doesn't like jump out. You know, they seem to really pop. They just seemed obvious to me. But these sorts of things, it's not like I can't see the colour. There is definitely a slight colour change. However, it just makes it harder for me to make the associations between the different things, so I can't really see it as easily. I think this one is a 9, like going around there and then down here. I can't seem to see a clear number in that. Yeah, I don't know. That one, this one I see very, very clearly. So right there. If you can see it on all of these, then you probably have pretty darn great colour vision. Now, here's the interesting thing. Whenever I go to the opticians, they always tell me that I have brilliant vision. I have very good vision in terms of depth of field, and I also have really good peripheral vision. When it comes to color vision, I think I'm on like a mild thing. I'm not exactly sure how severe it is, but I don't see anything here. I think I might actually. Is that? I think there's either a 2 or a 3 there. I can't tell though. I'm gonna put unsure on this because, yeah. Okay, this one is clear for me. It's very, very clear in the color difference. So I'll pop that down as a 9. Again, this looks like another 9. I think that's a 9. Yeah. Okay, I think I can see that. Am I right in thinking that's a 4? You guys probably can see all of these and you know for certain which things are which. I have no clue, but I think that's a 4. That, I can kind of see a number 1, I think. See, this is the thing, I'm really uncertain about all of this. I have no clue. Is that a 5? I think that's a 5. Okay. It's almost as if the image is flat. Again, like, I can see the color difference. That's the thing, like, I can see the shade difference, but I can't really make out a number. Again, I think it might be a 3, but I'm not certain. Like, it kind of looks like it would go, you know, like that, but I have no clue. I'm gonna put it as 3. This one I see pretty clearly, I think, because it kind of goes up and then down and then goes across a bit. So that would be the shape that they use for 2. Personally, that's not how I draw my 2s. I do it kind of with a loop, but you know, that's because I'm pretentious. Am I right in thinking that's a 9? I think this one might be an 8. I don't know, but I'm gonna press 8. I think it's an 8. I see a shape that could potentially be an 8, but it almost looks like it's at an angle, and that none of the other numbers that I can definitely see have been at any sort of an angle. So I don't know whether I trust that. I'm gonna go unsure. I feel like that's fair. Yeah, see, I can see the colours here. I can tell, like, what sort of things I'm supposed to be looking for. It just doesn't pop to me. It's not obvious. I don't know. I probably, if I stared at it long enough, I might be able to make a connection and work it out. But just looking at it, I can kind of see the colour difference, but I don't see a number in the slightest. I think that's a 7. No, it's a 2. It's a 2. I can see that because it goes down there and across there. I think, yeah. Not certain about anything. Maybe I'm just far worse than I thought I was. I've had an awful lot of 8s, so I don't know whether I actually trust that they'd use 8 so many times. But that's not what the test is. It's not about, you know, trusting things. It's about what I see, and I think that's an 8. It might be a 2 or a 7. Looks to me like it's a number 7. Okay. I think I can see a number 8 in this one. Not sure, but looks to me like there's a number 8 there. So let's do, well, this one just looks like a mess. I can almost see a 36 in there, which is definitely not what I'm supposed to, but like, it looks like boom, boom, there's the 3 and then a 6 there, but that's definitely not what I'm supposed to be seeing. I honestly can't see a number in there. It's so weird to think that, like, two different people can just look at the exact same image like you and I are now, and you might be able to see a number in there, and I genuinely can't. Like, how... People are so weird in that. Like, how diverse are people as a whole that some of us can just see different colours than others? It's a weird thing to think about. Okay, this one I can see. Yeah, that's a 4, just there. Oh, is that the end of the test? Here we go. Oh, strong Dutan? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm a double check. People with strong Dutan colorblindness usually respond very positively to Enchroma glasses. Well, guess what? I am not buying them because I don't have money. Okay, so what does that mean? Dutan colorblindness, also known as deuteranomaly, I'm struggling to speak today, is a type of red-green colorblindness. That was it, red-green. I thought it was red-green, but I couldn't remember. In which the green cones in the eye detect too much red light and not enough green. Okay. As a result, red, yellow, green and brown can appear similar, especially in low light. It may also be difficult to tell the difference between blues and purples or pinks and greys. Okay, that's interesting. So I have red-green colorblindness. Let's see if I can find out more. Okay, so this should show you guys what it's like to be colorblind. So this is how a colorblind person would see this image, and then this is how a average person might see it with normal color vision. And just for comparison, let's put it about half and half. So you can probably see the difference. I see a slight difference there, but not a particularly strong one, if I'm honest. Let's see. Color blindness, also called color vision deficiency, encompasses a range of causes and conditions and is actually quite complex. Usually when people talk about color blindness, they're referring to the most common forms of red-green color blindness, which are genetic conditions inherited by men and women caused by recessive genes on the X chromosome. X chromosome, that's the one I get from my mum. So, thanks. No, I'm joking. If it was a recessive gene, then I would have needed a genotype from both of you in order to correspond with that, so yay, parents. The funny thing is, none of my siblings are colorblind, so maybe it's not even my parents that have any of these, because they aren't colorblind as far as I'm aware either. I'm the only one in the family who is of any sort of variety of color vision deficient. So maybe I've just developed a mutation. That's weird. Huh. I don't know. But you would have thought that someone else in my family would have had some sort of color vision thing. But as far as I'm aware, none of them have. Red-green color blindness can be broken down into two main types. Protan, which is an anomaly with the L cones, mainly responsible for seeing red, and Dutan, which is the one I have, which is an anomaly of the M cone type, mainly responsible for seeing green colours. This anomaly has quite a range from just a mild change or shift in red or green sensitivity, called protanomaly or deuteranom, I really can't say that word, to the complete absence of one of the cone photopigments called protanopia or deuteranopia. I am really not doing well with my scientific terms today. Okay, so I have the most common type of colour blindness, but I have it pretty strong, apparently. Deutans have a type of red-green colour blindness in which green cones are not absent but do not detect enough green and are too sensitive to yellows, oranges and reds. Okay, so it's not just red, it's yellow, orange and red. Which makes a lot of sense when I think about it, because there was an occasion back in primary school when I was doing some colouring and I was getting told off for using a orange instead of a yellow. It was apparently I thought it was a yellow, but apparently it was just a very bright orange and I couldn't tell the difference. I remember that. I got told off for it. I think that was one of the things that tipped myself off and my parents to the fact that I might have been colourblind. But, so this is largely just the exact same information. Cool. So, I am a strong Deutan in terms of colourblindness. The more you know. Of course, I can't do anything about this because I don't have the money to buy colourblind glasses. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video off here. I'm gonna leave the link to the test that I took in the description below so that you guys can take it if you want. But yeah, if you do, then hopefully maybe you'll find out something about yourself. Like, maybe you'll find out that you are not colourblind in the slightest, and that's cool. Or maybe you'll find out that you have one of the rare types of colourblindness, and that's also really cool. Or maybe you'll find out that you're something like me, who is slightly weird in the fact that we are colourblind, but not weird enough to be truly special. What's the point? Why am I like this? What is my life? Okay, thanks for watching all. I shall catch you next time.